With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Manning. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demaryius Thomas. 63 yards. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for two.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points. And if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for two, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll look to throw here. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now third down and very long. Back to throw here. This one taken in by Hester. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. They're going to try and throw. He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Larry Fitzgerald, 78 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Thomas, this taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
This is intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Tackled there by Jordan Battle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Back to Dickerson here on second down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Dickerson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now he's loose up the left sideline, and he will finally be taken down, but what a call there. The reverse pays off with big-time yardage.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Thomas.
Oh, that is well read on the backside, and he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. Looking deep for Demarius. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Toss play. This is Eric Dickerson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll set up a throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. first down. Manning.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Manning. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Demaryius Thomas as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald.
That is incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hester to return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen to Dickerson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll drop to throw.
Open man downfield, it's Fitzgerald.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's our time. Mike 14, Mike 14. Let's go, team.
Manning now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
14. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, it's Manning. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
George Karlaftis.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Manning. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. 2nd and 7.
Now Manning. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And Manning intercepted a 3rd time.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, D.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a give left side. It's Dickerson trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
2nd and 10.
Dickerson trying the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Here's Manning to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Manning. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Again, it's Manning. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to